Good morning, my fellow traders. How are you all today? Really hope that you're all well. Your weekend was good, and now you're full of kind of power for the next coming week. All right, so let's have a review on the market. What can we see there so far? Don't really like what I see on the market. Because it looks like I've missed most of the trades for the European session already. But that's good. It's Monday, so it's good that the market is moving. So let's hope that something will happen good for us. Something good will happen for us. So okay. So let me switch on the news as well, just to have a quick review on what can we see there. Oh, it's holiday. In lots of countries, by the way. Okay. So we have a Royal Bank of New Zealand minutes today, so probably will be a good move there. So it's at the end of the US session, at the very end of it. Okay, so just have it in your mind. And tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? Royal Bank of Australia as well. So we have meeting minutes. It will be at 2:30 London time, AM. So for those of you who are trading Asian session, it will be a good opportunity to make something out of it. Hello, guest 25. Okay. CPI tomorrow at 9:30 London time. All right, building permits and core CPI on America tomorrow as well. So we might have a shaky market today, and tomorrow we'll have some good entries, I'm sure. So I do remember the Friday's discussion about when to trade, when not to trade. We were talking about Fridays, Mondays, etc. And so the conclusion was that some traders, they do not trade Friday, well, as I normally do. But to be honest, I did trade my last Friday, and it was quite good. And but sometimes I'm not trading Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, Tuesdays I'm always trading, and on Monday I prefer to trade like US session, because what I believe is that the market is not well, if it's a stock market, then yes, well, we have kind of one session a day, plus we have pre-market hours and post-market hours, etc. But if you're trading FX, so basically you have a few sessions during one day. So it's not like if we don't have a proper sessions in FX, then it means that we must use the days. It's wrong. So we must use the sessions, and we must kind of count. Well, what I do, basically, all these levels that you can see on the charts, they are based on session times. So when the Asian session is finished, I'm counting the levels for European session. When overlap session starts, I'm counting the separate levels for overlap session, and it's kind of an add-on to the European session levels. And then when Europe finishes, I'm counting the levels for the rest of US. So that's why this is not some kind of indicator based or something like this. It's all counted by myself. Okay, so we do have some news tomorrow, and let me just review the whole week. What do we have coming up this week? Something very important. Average earning index on pound, it's 9:30 on Wednesday. Crude oil, 3:30 on Wednesday, so it will be good for gold, good for oil, of course. So this meeting minutes as well, federal meeting minutes at 7 o'clock p.m. On Wednesday. Yeah, that's something very important, must be considered. CPI in Europe on Thursday. Well, basically almost every day something is happening, which is good. Okay. So it does happen. Yes, and Canadian core CPI as well. So yeah, it will be busy week. Opportunities every day, but be careful, of course. So today we have holiday in Australia, so it's a bank holiday. All right. I don't know how to react on it, but that's just, you know, we have a holiday there in Austria. All right. So let's start with my major ones that I trade. Don't trade anything yet today, so let's start with Aussie. Okay, what do we see here? Let me switch to 15-minute chart. Right. So what I can see here, well, already made some analysis on it. A few kind of hours before, and the market is basically going up at the moment. Well, it's obvious. We might have some kind of retracement. Not sure that it will be a deep one. Maximum is here. The how can I call it? Structural level. So the price can actually go down towards this level here. Not sure that it will happen, but it might be. And then it will be a good opportunity to buy. Well, basically, as I've already pointed out, that it's a good entry here at this level. But basically, when I was drawing this level here, it was already triggered once. So what is going to happen next, I'm not sure. So the price didn't actually move further up so far, and it will possibly move just up from here, but not sure that it will happen now. Okay, the short-term target is here. Yes, it might be triggered during the Euro session till the overlap session starts, and then we'll review what is going to happen next. Basically, we all know that after the impulse move, we do have a correction. Well, it already looks like a correction, but what it might be kind of a accumulation of down moves, so distribution or whatever. You know, I call it always accumulation, and it all depends on what kind of position is accumulating, short position or a long position. All right. So that's something what is happening at the moment. So we might have another week or tail, if you want to call it, towards this level here. Then it will be a good opportunity to buy around 0.76616. And then, well, if not, then we can just, well, if you trade breakouts, I don't normally trade it, but we might have just a breakout of this level here. Break-even level is just here. Yes, so the very first target. And then we must use like the previous levels here. So that's the reason why I'm leaving them here. Okay, so I will start to draw them a little bit different from now on, because, well, when I'm counting the European session, well, I used to place them here just till the overlap session. But the thing is that if the European session is really narrow, so most of the time the levels that I count, they don't really change much. So then in this case I will just leave them as they are, but these ones will be changed definitely. And in case if I will have some updates for the overlap session, then you will see kind of a few more levels. So these ones will be on the chart and you will see just a few more. And then when I will count the levels based on the European session till its end, you know, the whole European session, then you will have the levels that will be probably the widest one, and they will stay till the next European session start. So kind of this system will be on from now on. All right. So for now, looking for buying opportunities, in my opinion, so have compared all the factors on the 1 month chart, weekly chart, daily chart, 4-hour chart, and 1-hour chart, and that's the final decision. So I'm looking for buying opportunities here, and these are the levels to watch basically. So the price where I'm going to review the condition is just here. So up till this level here, I will try to catch an up move. So that's something what you have to understand. Okay, from my kind of analysis here. Okay, so that was Aussie, and now let's talk about euro dollar. Okay, euro dollar, do expect it to go up? Well, we do have kind of the very first resistances here. It has been triggered, by the way, a few times already, and it does look like it's quite a strong kind of level here. So we might have a move towards here, towards these low levels, as you can see. And what can actually happen here is that the price can bounce off this level. So that's something what is expected. So that's why we don't have to worry when we see some good moves on the market and worry about what do we have to worry. Nothing. You know, if you think that you've missed a trade, it's not a problem and it's not true. So it only means that the market is showing you some kind of direction and you can always use it. So just wait for a retracement to buy it, you know, for a correction, small correction to enter the market. I know sometimes I've heard that using this methodology, like waiting for a correction, etc., it's kind of a loser's game. That's the word I've heard about it. But to be honest, that's something what works for me, and that's how I make money while I'm trading. So I have tried many ways of trading, but this is the best, basically. So what's good about it is that you can always get a better price. What's bad about it, you can always miss a trade. So you can miss lots of trades, but that's part of the game, I would say. Okay. So just a second. Just a second, have to do something here. Okie dokie. That's good. Right. So what do we have here with euro? Well, looking for a buying opportunity. Don't really like what I see here because we might actually have a bit deeper move here. So we might actually have a move towards this area here. All right. So that's what might happen, and it might actually happen at the end of US session, by the way. So so the move towards, well, I will draw a vertical line here that kind of just to show you the possible down move here. Okay. So that's something what is possible. Up till this level, we're trying to buy it. Then we'll review the market conditions. So the thing is that, yes, it looks like, well, I'm missing the trade or something like this, but there is always a structure in the market. So the thing is that, yes, possibly it's a good selling opportunity, you know, but it all depends on what you trade. If you're trading, well, these levels are the volume weighted levels, and they are counted not kind of taking my view, you know, without taking any kind of views at all. So these are just the session levels, you know, and my analysis is something what is including like lots of factors, you know, mostly the price. Well, not mostly the price only, I would say. So I'm not kind of considering any news, fundamental factors, etc. Kind of, well, let's say 75, 80 to 80% technical trader. So that's something what I do. Okay, guys, so that's what is expected in my view here. Well, the deeper retracement is possible due to this accumulation. So it's something what scares me. All right. So let's have a look at what do we have with others. Pound dollar. Okay. So what is happening here with pound dollar? So do expect it to continue its down movement, as you can see with these arrows pointing down. All right. So for now, that was quite a good entry, by the way. As you can see, this level or the whole area has been working during the Asian session. So please excuse me for my voice because I don't really feel myself well. Sorry about it. Okay, so we might have just a simple down move from here, by the way, because I don't really, well, looks like, don't really understand what is happening with me, but feels like it. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, when summer is at its end, you know, it's always like this, you know. All right, so we might just see something like a down move from here. Why? I will explain you why it is possible. Why do I see it? Well, look, we do have the area, very strong area. As you know, these are the volume weighted levels that are based on open interest and volume taken from CME reports about options, classic options, you know, American style options, not the binary or something like this. So they are traded on the exchange, you know, and so these levels are kind of, they are changing a little bit, but they are sort of valid for the month. So that's something why we have to, well, at least use 1 or 2 days levels that have been before, you know. So, and for me personally, what I normally do, I'm always using an area. So I'm not using the level itself. So I'm always using the area. So as you can see, that was when this area has been broken, you know, because that was the first target, you know, on Friday, as far as I remember, you know, and when this level was broken, or it was a review market condition area or something like this anyway. So that was one of the key levels, as you can see here. It was broken, it kind of changed, this area changed its status, you know, and now it's kind of a resistance, and it's still a very kind of strong resistance, as we can see. So we do have some kind of noise around this area. We did have it on Friday. Then the market returned to it on during the Asian session actually 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, you know. And the thing is that now it does look like a bounce of this area, you know, and we have a confirmation to this bounce with this wick. So basically this wick, let me make it a bit bigger that you can see it. So that's something what I normally trade. So when I see the reversal pattern, I'm placing it, normally it's the middle of the candle, but it all depends on the market condition and what kind of candle it is. So what kind of pattern I'm using, you know, is it too volatile or not? And then I'm placing a limit order, and as you can see, so it might be a very kind of quite a big offer was here, you know, and that's why it was triggered by this wick here, as you can see, you know, and that's basically how all these limit orders are taken, and stop losses are taken as well. So, and that's basically, you can be on the wrong side or you can try to use these kind of levels. You know, it's a strong level, the price bounced off this level, and then with the limit order, the kind of guys who tried to follow the big players, they basically gave their try here. So that's something what is happening around this area. So that's how I use my levels. So I want to, that's something what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a pattern, and then I'm placing at the level, the limit order, you know, just to enter it after I get the confirmation. So not before. Like I know that some traders, and I'm doing it as well, when I'm kind of, I feel myself like 100% sure, you know, something like this, then I'm just placing a pure limit order. That's what I call it, you know. So that when I see the level, I do know that this level will be bounced for at least like 15, 20 pips, you know, like a scalp trade, I would call it. Then I'm just trying to kind of sell it with a limit order without even waiting till this level is reached. And I'm always using a timing for the orders, you know, so always kind of waiting. I'm always waiting till this order is, how can I say, not waiting till this order triggered, but I'm waiting till the session open. For example, if the order hasn't been open within like 5 minutes after the session was open, then I'm just canceling it. So, and I'm always kind of suggesting everyone to use it, because it's a very good tool, and it's available, as far as I know, on any platform. Well, with Dukas it is possible, very easy, and with others as well. All right, so okay, so let's have a look at what we have with others. So we'll see what is happening. It might be a sort of down move accumulation here. It also, if we'll switch to 5-minute chart, I'm sure it will be downside triangle. So down moving triangle here with this, you know. Okay, sort of, you know. Does look like wedge, by the way, here. So so I might be wrong. Let me draw it. Let me feel myself like a painter or an artist, whatever you call it. All right, so that's something what I see here actually. So on you see on 5-minute chart, it does look like a downside wedge. On the 15 minutes, it does look like a triangle. So more like a triangle, you know. So that's something what we have here. So we might have a bounce towards this area, one more, you know, to somewhere here. Well, normally this kind of patterns, how they work. So when the wedge is broken, the price is actually going, the target is the base of the wedge, you know, so where it has started. So basically, in case if it will be broken up, so in case if it's not the down moving triangle, then or downside triangle, whatever, then the price will kind of reach this area here. So that's something what I will wait. I'm not going to trade a breakout here or something. All right, so that's just a few thoughts about this instrument. Sorry. Okay, New Zealand. So, okay, with New Zealand, I'm trading a pure kind of, well, how can I call it, session levels, you know, so I'm counting them. I'm still not, they're not based on CME reports. So I do remember your advice, Catherine, you know, and I'm going to kind of do it over this week, definitely, because I will kind of redo all my reports so that I'm posting, you know, few times a day, you know, on all majors that I trade, basically. So you will see some more useful information in the description area as well. So that can be used. So I will put a put call ratio there, you know, some analysis that will be based on this put call ratio. Then I will put some more information regarding the price action as well, you know, and so, and also you will have not only a view, like for now I'm just giving you like it's more chances of going there, more chances of going there, you know, but I will place how much more chances there are, you know, like 30% more chances or 50%, etc., that you can see basically. So what it's all about, this is my view of the market, you know, so this is my kind of when you will see all this you know, chances of the continuation, some sort of moves, you know, towards up or towards down, so that's basically like an indication of the current market direction. So that's not something what I'm predicting, you know. So what I'm predicting is these levels, so that one of these levels will be triggered. So what it is basically for here, for example, you see, I'm looking for selling opportunities at the moment with New Zealand, but the market is going up, and it has been up for the whole Asian session now. You know, so that's something what I'm waiting. And even if I'm wrong, so using this kind of approach is always helping me to save a little bit of funds, let's put it this way, you know. So in any case, even if I'm wrong, my stop loss is much lower than it would be if I was using like a breakout system or something like this. So that's something what I normally do, and would suggest you to do so as well. All right, so by the way, these levels sometimes, especially the session levels, even though they are counted based on sessions, previous session, you know, one previous session, but they are similar sometimes, not always, with Fibonacci as well. So I don't know how do Fibonacci work, but as you can see, well, it's not the same here, it's completely different, but I do remember that I was reviewing these situations with my fellow trader, and well, he was talking about Fibo levels, and I've kind of applied Fibo levels to my analysis, and I saw that in most cases they're kind of the same. So I was just, oh, I'm doing so much work around it, and it is still, you know, there is another way of using almost the same thing, you know, and you don't have to place it. So basically Fibonacci, what I want to call it, Fibonacci is a good, it's not an indicator at all. So what it is, it's just the measurement of the correctional phases, let's put it this way. So, and 50% is the most important level in any case. It doesn't really matter where the price is going, but if the price has been going far and you saw that it does look like it has already reversed, then you can always try to kind of measure this, how can I say, measure this reversal, you know, so for how long will it go further, you know. So that's good. Think about Fibo, how you can actually use it, you know, and that's why it works, basically. That's what I think. All right, so New Zealand looking for selling opportunities. Well, we'll wait for now. We'll wait for this level 72235. So, what we might have a candle that will be closed just below this level here, which is 0.72071. In case if we'll have it, then I will place a limit order to this level, to the level itself, and we'll wait till it will be triggered for, well, starting with the 45 minutes plus till, let's say, 1 hour and 15 minutes, something around this time. I will be waiting for it. And what kind of time frame? Well, of course, 1 hour time frame is the best to be closed below, but 15 minutes or 2 bars at 15 minutes. And also, as you can see, the volume here, even though it's a tick volume, but believe me, it does work. And it is a very, very good indication of, well, at least market activity. So I hope that you all know what is the difference between ticks and real volume, So basically, if you know it, well, it makes it, well, it's better not to ignore it completely. Let's put it this way. And to be honest, if you compare it with, well, let's place it this way. Let's put it this way. With CME data or something like this, it will be in not 100% the same, but in 90% the same. So it means that we can use it, definitely. Okay, so that's about it, about New Zealand. So looking for selling opportunities with this one. Canadian. Okay, Canadian. Come on. You are not moving. Looking for selling opportunities. It does look like, well, as you can see, these levels are very strong for Canadian and Swiss franc. All the levels to watch, they are very long term, by the way. So if you have them on place, you can use them for at least a couple of weeks. They will not possibly going to be changed even at the end of the month. That's something what is possible. So it's a long-term currency. So that's not something what you can, well, you can scalp it, of course, as you can see, price is always moving up and down all the way. But what you can do here is that, well, you can basically try to catch a good level and then leave it for a couple of days, till the opposite level will be reached, and you'll be able to make some money out of it. So that's basically how it works with Canadian. So for now, I will be looking for selling opportunities. And, well, we can use a 50% retracement of this last down move. So it will be around 1.2955, somewhere around this area, but not sure that I will do it. Normally, I'm not doing it. So I will just simply wait till this level will be triggered, and then I will try to sell it off here. Almost 100% sure that it won't happen till US session or even Asian session today, or European session start tomorrow in the morning. So that's something what I'm expecting here. Okay. Good. Next one. So this is Canadian. Already mentioned about Frankie. So let's have a look at Frankie. What is happening here? Mr. Frankie. All right. So we might have a breakout here, by the way. So don't really like how the price behave itself. Okay. It's almost always, it does show us the same pattern here, you see. So this day and the next one, they are just very similar. So what is actually happening? So the price is going up during the overlap session, then by the end of euro session it goes down, so it changed the direction. So that's something what is actually happening. So basically what I want to tell you is to wait till the euro session ends and then see these structural levels and where the price will be and what kind of direction and patterns it would show us by this time. So that's something to be considered. Good. Good. All right, so Frankie, looking for a selling opportunities, but I do believe that we must wait till some kind of this level will be triggered. So I'm not sure that it will reach this one, but it is possible. But I would wait till this level is triggered, and then if I'll see some kind of a pattern here, then we can use a limit order to get a better price, you know, to enter it. Okay. So that's with Frankie. Well, it's better. I don't see any entries at the moment. So really want to enter the market, but I don't see anything. So I can't let myself just to jump into it. And that's it. Okay, so with this one. Well, for now, I'm expecting the price to go down, by the way. But what can happen here? So the price, well, basically, when I draw it here, it was just below this level a little bit. As you can see, the price has already moved down for a bit. We do have a structural level here, so let me do something like this, which might be something like this. I will leave. All right, so these are the volume weighted levels. These are the structural levels with dots. Just for now, of course. Not sure that I will continue doing anything like this. So what can actually happen here? So we might have a bounce of this level here. And in case if this bounce will be successful, then the price will continue its up movement to clear and to trigger all the stop losses above this area here. So, and that's how this level might go into play, basically. So what actually can happen that the price will go up, trigger all the stop losses above this area, will trigger this level, of course, lots of volume around, and then it will reverse and continue its down movement. So in case if the analysis is right, and down move will be continued, then that's something what we are going to wait for. So for now, well, if you are trading breakouts, then it might be a good idea to sell it off here with the very first break-even target here. What I mean by break-even target is that you always have to, well, not always, but I would say that it's a good idea to split your orders on two, you know, not just one order, single order, but two orders, and close the first one at this level, just in case if you are wrong and the price will go in the wrong direction, then then you won't have to move your stop loss to have a break even. So that's what it is, and you have a time to wait, you know. So when it's safe for you, when you've already when you're over the edge, you know, then you can always kind of let yourself a little bit of waiting time, you know. So that's something what you can do here. Okay, so don't see any entries here, unfortunately. The only thing is that what I saw, well, it's a volume confirmation of this down move. So we might have just a breakout of this low here, and this target will be reached. So that's something what the volume is telling us here at this moment. Not necessarily it will happen, but it can. And it's almost been reached, by the way. So just a couple of pips left. So it might be considered just like a lost trade. All right. So that's all about yen. All about yen. Okay. And now let's talk about gold. Let's talk about gold, baby. Okay, so the price, I'm expecting it to go up. I was expecting it on Friday as well. Well, I was almost right with the target. So basically, at least this level. So any bounces, any targets. So you see, I basically shown you this, have shown you this scheme of how we can enter, and that's basically always how the price is behaving itself. So we can try to measure the kind of possible bounces, possible targets, etc. But we can always have a structural level as a target, as it was here. So as you can see, this level, that was a structure for Friday, basically. Yes, and it was triggered here, and then the price has reversed, basically. So that's what has happened here. So my target has not been reached. Well, I didn't trade the last half of the Friday, so I did trade the first half, have made something, but didn't trade the second. So that's something what has happened here. And now, well, we might have sort of a triggering of these levels here, so these lows. So actually this level can be a good entry. All right. And this is a break-even target, the very first one. Excuse me. All right, so this is a very first target here. All right. And looking for buying opportunities around this level here. Well, my trading is based on these levels most of the time. Sometimes I do look at structural levels. So that was actually a structural level here, but I don't see any kind of, well, put it this way, importance around this level here. So I would consider to buy at this level or sell at that level. Not going to sell it at the moment because my view is up, and that's something what I'm following. So for now, in case if this high will be broken and the price will close above it, then this high will become a support, and that's where I will try, or this area. Again, I'm trading the areas, and then I will try to buy it off here. So for now, unfortunately, or maybe it's good, because sometimes we can be wrong when we are in the market. So I'm off the market at the moment, so no positions at all. And well, the thing is that kind of intraday, intra-week trader, I'm not willing to leave any positions over the weekend. So overnight, it can be sometimes a good idea, but most of the time I'm placing the safe stop loss, so break even or something like this to make sure that I will not lose no matter what will happen. But on the weekend, this is not safe at all. So that's something what I really don't want to do during the weekend. All right, so that's something what I do basically, and that's about gold. So for now, let me switch to. I have separate for. Well, euro pound. We can look at euro pound as well, and then we'll look at crude as well. So it's. it's good to know what is happening there. Yeah, so let's have a look at euro pound. So what is happening here? So, well, do expect the price to go up. Here are my levels. Well, basically, this structure, this level are at the same kind of area, and this structure level has worked out during the Asian session. So that was a very good entry point, but I'm not, well, I do trade Asian sessions sometimes, but most of the time I don't. So that's why basically I've missed this trade here, but that was a very good one. So we had a strong pattern, then we had a very good limit entry here. So as you can see, it's about 30% of the up move. So it's a volatile candle. When it's volatile, then we are using like 30%, 25% depends of this candle or of the pattern itself, so that's something to be um, considered. Every time when you use or if you are trying to implement this limit entry approach to the market, then you have to kind of always measure the candle. If it's been too volatile, then you have to wait till let's say 30% retracement or something, like not retracement but correction or something. But if you are looking for a so if you are looking for a if you had, let's put it this way, not looking for, but if you had a non-volatile candle at all, then it might be a open closing price and even highs lows. So that's something you have to remember. So when you're applying this methodology to your trading, which is a pure trading methodology, not the analysis, but trading, and trying to get a better price, most of the market potential or something like this, so then you have to watch how volatile was the candle or the pattern that you are trading. So always remember it. You cannot apply the same entry approach to any trade, and of course instruments are different, trades are different, volatility on the market is different, so sessions are different. So sometimes it's better to wait for a high lows. Well, I do remember I had a webinar here where I was talking about using this intraday how can I say intraday analysis, put it this way, and then not the analysis, intraday cycles. All right. And when you're using it, you know that Asian session, in most of the time, most of the cases, is the less volatile session. When it's not volatile, it's better to use highs and lows. When it's volatile, it's better to use kind of 20, 30% of the just to make sure that your order will be triggered. But again, when it's volatile, then your lot size has to be smaller, and your kind of stop loss must be wider, because otherwise it will be triggered. So, I mean, I'm always a fan of short stop losses, but that's why I'm kind of using the limit order. So, and again, think wide during the news time. So as you can see, almost every day we'll have some opportunities to trade the news, not as important as NFP or something like this, but still, important news like free stars, and you are looking at a bit different style of trading during these news periods. So when you're trading news, one more time, wide stop loss, less lot size, smaller lot size, and try to use a limit order. It's a good idea. That's basically when it is possible, when it will be triggered or something. But okay. Good. Okay, so still have 10 minutes. That's good. It's very good. So what can we do now? That's about euro pound. Yeah, let's talk about oil. I'm not going to talk Mexican because as far as I can see, I'm probably one of these traders who are trying to sell it. Well, not sell it, but who are trying to trade it. But well, when I'm sharing these ideas, no one is watching it. So I'm not going to review it because I'm sure that it's not of your interest at all. All right. So what about US oil? So what do we have here? Do expect it to go up, to be honest, to continue its up movement. It's quite obvious. For now, this level has been triggered, as you can see, so didn't enter it. Well, I had to start with oil, to be honest. If I started with oil, then I would enter it definitely to sell it. And why? Because, well, as you can see, um, the levels on oil, they do work. So for a short kind of, well, you see this level was triggered. We did have a very good selling signal here. And even though this is against kind of the direction of the market, you know, but again, on Friday, my market view on oil was short. And that's basically what I did. So I sold it for a bit as well. And the thing is that it's quite a good idea sometimes, you know, to use a good patterns, of course, you know. So it's not about trying to catch every single move, but it's about trading your kind of trading approach. So again, my analysis is showing that the price is going to go up. It means that in case if you have a very, very strong, again, factor-based or rule-based kind of selling opportunity, which is against of your market kind of analysis or something like this, then you can actually enter it. But what you have to think about is that when you are entering such trades, you must use a very short stop loss because there is 55 chances for you to be wrong. So just 5% difference, but 55% chances for you to be wrong if you're trading against the trend. All right, so for now it's good that the price is going down. It means that we can actually wait till this level is triggered. The levels will be recounted for the overlap session and then for the US session as well. So during the overlap session, we might have something different here. We can, of course, use these levels, you know, especially when they are the same with structure. So for now, I'm talking about this level here. Yes. So as you can see, and that's basically it. In case if this level is broken, then it might be a target and it might be a first kind of place where to buy. And as you can see, this level here is the same as this structure as well. It's 1 hour chart, by the way, so it's not 15 minutes as it was with other currencies, with other instruments. And that's something what we can actually do here. All right, so for now I'm looking for a buying opportunity here, and this is the first level I'm going to watch. In case if this level will be broken, then the next level will be just here that I'm going to watch. Okay, that's it. And oil Mexican pound. All right, so quite a good thing is happening here, by the way. So now a few words. Well, I'm always trying to give you some kind of material that you can use in your trading straight away. And that's why I'm kind of, we'll talk about these confirmational entries, and one more time about volume. I know that I've already had a session about it on the last week, so I've talked to you about volume confirmation, on how you can use volume to confirm your entries, and well, basically I'm using it quite successfully as well. So, but the thing is that you have to understand where the volume will be and why it will be there as well. So it's all about the levels, about peaks and troughs, so that's something what you have to watch, always watch, no matter what kind of levels are drawn here or there, always think about these levels as a very, very kind of volume supported, I would say. So no matter what will happen here, the price will kind of bounce of it, or it will break through it. So it all depends on the what kind of volume, bullish or bearish, is around the level. So that's something you always have to think about. All right. Okay. So for now, what do we see here? So the price is going down. Volume, is it confirming does the volume confirm this down move here or not? No, it doesn't, because, well, for now, again, so it's a 1 hour chart, and we must wait for another 3 minutes to for this candle to be closed. So in case if the volume is going down, it means that the price is kind of not going to continue to go in this direction. It might, but it will be a noisy thing. It's not something what we need to trade. So not my cup of tea, I would say, not something what I do. So what I'm looking for is for a growing volume, on my direction. So here, well, we must wait for the first 2 candles, otherwise we can just talk about history, and that's not something what we need. So with this one, for example, we did have first, okay, so we did have a first bullish candle here with a volume, low volume, but the next bullish candle did show us a higher volume here, so higher activity, because it's a tick volume. So we can so higher activity, growing activity. So it means that it's safer, of course, to buy than to sell it, and we do have an opportunity to buy still. So first 2 bars, well, of course, you are losing these candles, but you have much more chances. If you have this volume confirmation, you have much more chances of being right and to make at least a break-even trade. So that's something what is possibly going to happen, even though if you are wrong in your decision or something like this. So if the market will reverse, it will go in your kind of direction, at least for another a period of time. So in this case, it was 1 hour, so that's something. Well, the volume is usable, very usable when you are trying to implement short-term trading approach, to your portfolio, basically. So if you're trying to trade on a short-term basis, if you're trying to make a few trades during the day, then it's good to kind of to trade using the, well, to apply this volume, to your trading. So it can be used on 5-minute charts, very good. Well, it does work there, and of course, what is good about 5 minutes? So you have to, well, again, you do know what factors I do kind of review when I'm doing my analysis, when I'm trying to buy or to sell. But when I already have the levels, so with this volume approach, I don't really have to wait till the same period of time, like 1 hour will be closed, to get me a signal. So I can use a 5-minute chart. But what will it give me? It will give me a much kind of smaller stop loss, so which is good for me. And if I'm wrong, then I will lose just a few pips, which is good. Okay, guys, so always think when you're trading. Have a great day today. I'm wrapping up at the moment, so really hope that your trading will be better and better with you know,